and you still have time to get basil in your garden, believe it or not. Come on, let's plant. We talked a lot about container gardening earlier this year, and we sure do like this purple lettuce, but we did bring some basil out here, and that's what I want to talk about today. You know, there are over 20 different varieties of basil, and our Thai basil that we planted this spring is doing fabulous. Now these tend to run with flowers on them. We do go ahead and pinch them back and let it bush out, but I'm not too worried about these flowers. Where with your mammoth or lettuce type basil or your sweet basil, those you want to keep after those flowers. We had one in this container we let go ahead and seed out. It's time to go ahead and put some of these in the garden. If you're making your own pesto, this large leaf lettuce works really well with your sweet basil, mixed in with a little bit of the Thai basil that has that licorice taste. That's some fabulous pesto. We did really well with this in containers last year. We also did really well companion planting next to tomatoes. We companion planted this sweet basil when it was a little guy. It's doing really well right here next to this tomato. Well, I'm thinking right here next to these two tomato hack tomatoes, we laid them on their side. So I'm going to go ahead and plant one here, and I'm going to plant one well over here, and that ought to be a nice companion for these two. Just like everything else, pull that mulch back down to bare soil, and this is good and soft, nice easy digging. Make a small hole, and the way I found to get these out of here the easiest, the way these are in here without disturbing too much, just take a teaspoon, just get under the plant you want, and pop that out, and just look at those roots. Now remember, this entire stem will root, and I'm going to take off these bottom two leaves, give it a nice stem there, down in that hole, and then backfill with that soil. Now it rained all day yesterday and it's supposed to rain again tonight, so I'm not going to mulch this back. I'm just going to let this sit for a couple days, let this get a little growth on it. Let's go find a couple more places for a couple more of these basil. Well, we went ahead and put one on this side of the tomato hack. If you remember last year, this bed grew some amazing basil. So we're going to go ahead and pop that up out of there. And I've got two pieces here, so we'll make two holes. I'll plant them in the back part because they're going to get kind of big. And yeah, our sweet potatoes, they're branching out. So this is going to be one full bed. Just snug that down in there. Put this little bigger one right here. Just snug that down in there. And can we sneak one more in here? Don't tell anybody. Actually, I got two together here, side by side. Go ahead and break those apart gently. As long as you got roots on both sides, you're in good shape. And we got roots on both sides, so I'll have to get one here. Snug that down in. I think we'll get. And our carrot is flowering out, so it'll go to seed before this thing grows very big. So I think we'll put one right here where the carrot is. Okay, we got some basil planted, and we still got quite a few in here. Let's see if we can't find another place for a little basil. You were with me when we planted these two tomatoes just a couple days ago. This one's got some nice tomatoes started on it. I think it needs a companion right here. I may put two right here. Since I got two worms, I think it's time to plant two right here. And then the rest of these, we'll take and put in some containers, let them grow a little bit, pinch them off, make some roots, and continue the process. You've been following along with the basil hack, and that's all you got to do. Basil is one of the easiest plants to grow. Very forgiving. You don't have to worry about how deep you plant it. The entire stem does root. And the one thing you want to do is you want to keep the flowers on most of the varieties pinched off. That'll allow it to continue to bush out, allow it to continue to grow. I believe we got a zucchini started. You know, it's still springtime in the garden. We got about 15 days before it turns into summer. This is the most exciting time of the year. You still got time to plant a lot of things. Since we're using the deep mulch method, the soil temperature stays a lot more moderated. You can continue to companion plant and succession plant most everything all summer long. We're going to continue to do that, and I hope you plant along with us. Try some basil. You still have time, and there's such a variety. I think you'll enjoy it. Till next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.